Hello everyone, welcome to WKYT on both Facebook and now we're doing it on YouTube as well. I'm Alexa Minton. I'm in for Jim Caldwell today because he was tracking those storms with Chris Bailey last night. I think he left the station at like 2 a.m. So we're going to give him a little bit of time to sleep in and a little bit of a break. But I know we all had lots of damage and we're all itching to see what's happening next. So let's go ahead and dive right into the forecast. Right now we've got blue skies and just beautiful setup across the board at the moment, and we're not noticing a lot of activity. We're sitting around 78 right now in Lexington. We still got a nice amount of humidity. We're at 58% humidity. Just a little bit ago, we were sitting at like 84% humidity this morning, and we're slowly getting that moisture out of the way. We're going to end up having a dry first half of the week, and then we're going to notice maybe some interesting weather as we look towards the end of the week. Last night's storm, we've been getting pictures from you guys all morning and all night long. These are two pictures that I found that I feel like kind of sum up the storm damage the best. We have hail that was the size of like a baseball from Owsley County. Thank you, Johnny, for sending in that picture. And then we have a Twitter user at Aldor14 sent us this damage on the roadway. Emergency management teams are continuing to clean up and monitor this storm damage, the storm aftermath, and we've been talking about it all morning on WKYT. So tune back in at noon to get more updates. Now let's take a look at our radar network. If you were wondering where all of that inclement weather was coming from, well, we still have that same pesky low pressure system that's circling over the Great Lakes. As you can see how extensive this damage is. Look, it's still giving some heavy storms for our friends in Louisiana. That cloud cover's wrapping around up the East Coast, all the way around into parts of Canada, bringing in more moisture, and now it's giving our friends in Ohio and Michigan a little bit of rain still. But if you look specifically at Lexington, at Kentucky, not a lot of activity. When we're really calm with our radar, we might notice these yellow hues, and that only really shows up when we're that calm on our radar. And we're calm right now. You might notice a little bit of cloud cover if you're in parts of northern Kentucky, and that will build as we progress throughout the day. Let's break down our hour by hour, right? Once we head towards those midday hours, like I mentioned, we're already going to be in the upper 70s across the board. We see a few 80s for our friends in Louisville, in Owensboro, even in Bowling Green. And we're going to start to watch cloud cover build up in the afternoon. Now, afternoon, we're talking about maybe around dinner time. If you have any outdoor dinner plans, you might want to grab an umbrella when you head out the door. 4:45, we see some cloud cover building up, especially around parts of central Kentucky. And then it's going to shift into some scattered showers. We see a few isolated cells, one near Lexington, one near Cynthiana, maybe a few near Louisville. Louisville had a lot of storm damage just yesterday night, so we'll keep an eye on that. But look at those temperatures, still keeping nice and warm as we wrap up our Monday daytime. Now, once we head into the overnight, that's when we're going to start to notice things calming down a little bit, especially as we trend towards Tuesday. We'll see temperatures starting off in the 60s on Tuesday. I see we have someone watching from Somerset, two people watching from Somerset that they mentioned in the comments. You guys are going to have a beautiful start towards your Tuesday morning hours. We might see a little bit of a cloud buildup on Tuesday. Again, it's all coming from the north, but we'll have more details on that just in a little bit here on WKYT at noon. Now let's talk about what's going to happen later this week, right? Everyone's worried about that severe weather because we're in severe weather season. So we've got our friends in the southern Great Plains. They are dealing with, you know, triple digit heat, right, guys? I'm talking they've had temperatures 109. It's been so hot, and they're pulling in some moisture from the Gulf, and what it's allowing them to do is give this big hazy, hot, humid bout of air that's going to allow some storms to ride on down into parts of Kentucky. Now, these strong storms are going to be pushing in mostly from Thursday through Saturday, so don't worry, it's not going to ruin the first half of your week, but we're going to notice these storms pushing through. I see Teresa just said something about how it's a little windy right now in Grassy Creek, Kentucky. We're going to notice some pretty nice wind gusts, nothing damaging. Nothing compared to what we noticed in the overnight, but again, some stronger wind gusts will carry on throughout parts of the day. So thanks for keeping us updated, Teresa, in the comments. Now, I do want to point out some things. Since we have that severe weather, I always think it's important to remind ourselves of some of our flood safety tips, especially since we got so much rainfall over the past 48 hours. Make sure you move to higher ground. Don't drive through flooded roads. If you see a tree down, if you see any sort of pooling water, we don't want anyone to hydroplane, especially because it only takes a foot of water to float vehicles. So trust emergency management, trust their guidance. They will help you out as you kind of progress throughout the severe weather and the aftermath of severe weather. If you're worried about rainfall totals, I guess our map took a second to wake up there, but we're noticing just trace amounts across parts of the region. I think the max amounts might be in Maysville. If you're in Ashland, you might notice that there's a little bit of rainfall there, but again, this is all from those pop-up showers, nothing as inclement as what we had this past weekend. And if you're a fan of the warmth, well, I've got some good news for you. Let's take a look at this temperature trend. We're starting off today. Our high is around 80. That'll hit us in the evening hours. Then we'll cool down a little bit tomorrow as we kick out all of that, heat, the moisture. It's in the back side of the storm. Now, Wednesday is when we're going to start gearing up for our next storm system. So we allow some sunshine, some dry air. We're going to start to trend up towards 90, folks. That's what we're looking for Sunday, or not for Sunday, for this weekend. We're looking at temperatures in the 90s. Sunday will be 88. It's really setting us up for, if we do get storms, we're going to take that heat, humidity, and we're going to turn it into some energy. So our breakdown. Storms are going to be pushing out. You might notice a bit of rain through on and off, just those scattered popcorn showers. That'll be coming in the evening hours tonight, but it's overall a calm start towards your work week. If you're concerned about any inclement weather in the immediate 48 hours, don't worry. Now, we are already looking at maybe some thunderstorms headed our way, especially towards this weekend. I saw we had, I think Maria just asked that she hopes we don't have any severe weather this weekend. Don't worry, Maria, I hope so too. We need some time to recover from all of this inclement weather we've had. We'll be tracking this potential rainfall that could be coming this weekend all throughout the week, so make sure you tune into WKYT, whether that's mornings, nights, with Chris, Jim, Jason, or myself. We'll keep you guys updated just in case there is any more risks of severe weather. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to keep an eye on them and answer them. I always love it giving you guys specifics about some of your forecasts, so go ahead and ask them. I'll go keep an eye on those later in the day. But thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all enjoy the calm weather today. Get the chance to maybe step outside and enjoy some of that sunshine. But overall, have a great day, guys.